Well, the fun continues at the Lutcher Theater in Orange as they gear up for The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. And we're lucky enough to have the play's director, Matt August, join us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you've been kind of telling me that you've been in town for a little less than a week and you guys have kind of been getting acclimated to Southeast Texas, checking out the good restaurants and things like that. But most importantly, you're here to put on the play. Let's talk a little bit about the play.
We are. We're in town and we're kicking off the tour here at the Lutcher Theater. Whenever we begin the tour, we come in and we tech the show. We have this process where we actually move in and the actors get to wear their costumes for the first time, and we get to see the scenery for the first time, and we get to move around on the set, and the crew, the local crew and the traveling crew all figure out how to work together and make everything move as one big unit. And so it takes about a week to put it together, and then by the time we open on Saturday, we will have a very smooth running ship, and it'll be the show that basically is an exact copy of what opened on Broadway 9 years ago.
Awesome. Now, you know, as a director, and you traveled all these different places, what are some of the issues that you're faced with being in a different hall, per se, like every night? You know, you're in this different environment.
Honestly, the biggest thing that we contend with is people just not getting sick and staying healthy.
Oh, yes.
Because the show really does figure out a way to run itself.
Okay.
So the show itself actually always goes very smoothly. It's just the stuff backstage and offstage and in the living environment where it's just about staying healthy and staying rested as we're out on tour.
Absolutely, because you know we are only human. So, but you know, having the fun. So, talk to us a little bit about the story. I mean, have you created a little bit of your own ambiance with the Grinch?
Yeah, well, it's really interesting. You know, there's this whole trend going on right now of musicals based on big blockbuster movies, but we are not that. We are based on the Ted Geisel, the Dr. Seuss book. So that the production was designed and built to look exactly and sound exactly like the original 1957 book.
Okay.
What that means is we have a very authentic Seuss feel, and we're using we've got an original score by Mel Marvin, and we are using all of the songs that were in the Ted Geisel, Albert Haig cartoon version of the show. So it's a very authentic Dr. Seuss experience, which is great because How the Grinch Stole Christmas is really the only sort of uniquely American Christmas tradition that we have that has endured every year since it came out.
So where are some of the other places you're going to be traveling to besides here in
we go to Raleigh. We go to we're going to right after this we open in Fort Worth. Okay. And then I forget the order, but we're going to go to Raleigh and Buffalo and down to San Antonio and a couple other cities. I think Cincinnati's on that list, but we've got a nice little Eastern Seaboard Center of America tour. Okay,
that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that you said is that one of the issues is making sure everybody stays healthy. So, do you have more than one Grinch? How does that work?
We have a series of folks inside the show who cover everybody else, and then basically they're called understudies.
Yes.
So if Stefan ever goes out. The legendary Stefan Karl, if he ever goes out, which he only has once, somebody else from the ensemble will step in, and he's terrific too. That's a fellow named Andrew Betcher in the show. He's terrific. And then somebody else will step in and fill his shoes. So it's a subtle shift, but everybody's been doing it for so long that the audiences don't even notice a thing.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. And it sounds like you have an awesome production that's coming up. I know a lot of people are going to be heading over to Lutcher Theater. The shows are going to be at 7:30 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's, of course, going to be on a Saturday. So you can get your tickets for $35 and you go to Lutcher.org.